All right, stop scrolling. Right now, your brain is a war zone. There's a screaming child in the basement, a judgmental priest in the attic, and a sleep-deprived diplomat trying to keep them from killing each other. That, my friend, is your mind, and that is the genius and madness of Sigmund Freud. Let's talk about the id, the ego, and the superego, not as boring psychology terms, but as living, breathing characters inside you. By the end of this video, you'll stop saying, "I don't know why I did that," and start saying, "Ah, that was the child in my dungeon again, let's go." Freud believed your mind isn't just one thing. It's more like a psychological courtroom. At the center of this courtroom is your ego, the negotiator, the peacekeeper. It's the version of you walk around with. But here's the twist. It doesn't run the show. Below it, we've got the id, the wild child, the animal. It wants pleasure right now without rules. It's like a toddler in a candy store with no parents in sight. Above it, the superego, your internal judge. It's the voice of society, morality, your parents, your culture, your gods. It doesn't want fun, it wants righteousness. So the ego, it's trying to keep the child from breaking the law without getting punished by the priest. It's exhausting, and it explains why we feel so much inner conflict. Let's turn this into a metaphor. Your mind is a castle. The id lives in the basement. It screams, it kicks, it wants food, sex, revenge, attention now. It doesn't care about consequences. It's pure instinct. The superego lives in the tallest tower. It wears a robe, quotes sacred texts, and whispers guilt into your ear. It wants you to be good, not happy, just good. And the ego, it's running around the halls with a clipboard, trying to keep the whole thing from collapsing. The ego doesn't have power, it has responsibility. It has to say, okay, I'd wants to punch that guy. Superego wants to forgive him. Let's write a sarcastic tweet and go to the gym instead. This is why you feel torn between doing what feels good and doing what's right, because inside you there's a permanent debate between desire, duty, and damage control. And when the tension gets too high, the ego uses what Freud called defense mechanisms, little mental tricks to protect your fragile balance. Repression, lock that painful memory in the dungeon, never speak of it. Projection, I'm not jealous, they're jealous. Displacement, I can't yell at my boss, so I'll yell at my cat. Sublimation, I want to punch a wall, or I could write a symphony. Denial. That breakup? What breakup? I'm totally fine, haha. These aren't bad habits, they're survival tools for a mind caught between chaos and control. Freud also believed that this whole system is built in childhood in 5 messy, powerful stages. First, you're all mouth. You bond through feeding. That's the oral stage. Then, you discover control. Welcome to the anal stage. Yes, Freud went there. Next, you hit the phallic stage, where you realize gender, power, and rivalry. Then comes a quiet latency period where things go underground. Finally, the genital stage, where you emerge into adult relationships, if all goes well. But if something goes wrong in these stages, a piece of your mind stays stuck there. Your adult self becomes a haunted castle, with rooms frozen in childhood. Now here's the creepy part. Freud said most of this happens in the unconscious, the parts of the mind you can't see but which shape your life the most. Dreams? They're encrypted letters from your basement. Freudian slips, moments where the ED breaks through your filter. Symptoms like anxiety, obsessions, phobias are coded messages from unresolved wars inside your walls. Look, I don't want you to just memorize these terms, I want you to feel them. Next time you want to scream, but don't. Thank your superego. Next time you feel guilty for eating cake. That's your id and superego wrestling while your ego cleans up the mess. Freud's model isn't perfect, and psychology has come a long way. But the beauty of his work isn't in the science, it's in the mythology of your mind. He showed us that we're not a single self. We're a conflicted committee trying to survive reality. And understanding that, that's the beginning of self-compassion. If you found that useful, subscribe. If your superego says you should be doing something better right now, ignore it. Go give your ego a break. It's doing the best it can. I'm your name, and this is the strange, beautiful war inside you.